Golden State.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And that one's good. Russell.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, I had the chills watching it. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in his zone.
Robinson passes to Gervin. Back to Robinson. A leaner. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's the chosen one, guarded by Curry. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. From 12 feet out, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They grab their own miss. Duncan outside. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
They'll be facing one of the best post players ever to play the game in Tim Duncan. Coach told me that even though Timmy isn't as physically gifted as he once was, he is still a handful to deal with. He said a lot of people forget this, but Tim Duncan is one of the smartest players to ever play and always makes the right decision. We can't be lazy around him.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the shot is good.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
The chosen one passes to Duncan. Here's Gervin. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Gervin's got 5 points so far.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Sprewell, that's good. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Duncan. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And the Warriors miss again.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage 3 on the court.
Here's Barry. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And how about 45% from the corner 3? That is absurd, especially when you consider that the Warriors would put it up from anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
Floats one, and Curry puts it in.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
So it's Phoenix now, trailing by 2. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Boy, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Robinson. Ginobili comes in for Elliott. Robertson, he's checked in for Gervin. And Tony Parker subbed in for the chosen one. Now, here's Thompson. Really had troubles in the loss to Portland.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Here's Barry, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Duncan. Shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors leading. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Well, Phoenix shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And the basket by Ginobili. And so it's Golden State with it. Thompson outside. Robertson with the steal. Ginobili with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
And Phoenix making a change here. Robinson's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Mullins is checked in. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And Ginobili, here we go, sinks that one from the post. Ginobili's got his second bucket. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Now the pass to the great. He dishes it to Thompson. Releases. Again, Golden State. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Ginobili gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Robinson against Green. Parker kicks to Leonard. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Again, the miss by Ginobili.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And here is Curry. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Five seconds left in the first. The great passes to Thompson. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach. There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu, Tony, and Timmy there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that come on board, whether it's Leonard or Splitter, Mills, Green, or any of the other role players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade it?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
They've got Robinson. Johnson is out there with Robertson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Elliott in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Robertson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Mullen. And here they come. On up the court. Count that one. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Robinson for 3. And that one's good.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Curry kicks to Chamberlain. Curry against Johnson. Shoots it up. And there the Warriors now with another bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined, and you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hope we're never good enough to ever be.
Phoenix making some changes. Irvin comes in for Robertson. And Parker subbed in for Johnson. Barry's checked in for the Warriors.
Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad. It's sad.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Here's Barry. David Robinson making his last shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Curry. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And that one's good. And that's now 7 points for Robinson.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's off on the second.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
The putback, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off. Chamberlain got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Well, I love that aggression. Forget about the tip. Just grab the thing and slam it on.
Well, what a way to get second chance points.
And don't take any risk while you're doing it.
Now here's Curry after David Robinson's miss. Curry attacking past a screen. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Gervin. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Leonard kicks to Parker. Shot on the wing. The shot is off, and Golden State will come the other way. Here's Sprewell. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Phoenix. The chosen one comes in for Elliott. The Warriors also with a sub. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Here's Gervin. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Gervin's got 9.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Barry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Warriors leading by 3. Thompson passes to Barry. Golden State moving it around. Here's Sprewell. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
Duncan's to Gervin, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. And
it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the score by Phoenix. They double-team Chamberlain. Back to Thompson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
The chosen one. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
It's rebounded by David Robinson. Parker dishes to Duncan. And there's the feed to Gervin. Shoots. Warriors with the rebound. Chamberlain got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That's good. Chamberlain got 7 points for the quarter.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Sprewell, that's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Duncan. Here's Gervin. Phoenix, no good that time either. Warriors leading by 7. Back to Thompson. And another basket for Golden State.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now. Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
20 seconds left to play in the first half. Parker passes to Robinson. And stolen by Chamberlain. And it's the Warriors on the break.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just...
Look at that.
and guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And the first half is now in the books. Warriors lead by 13. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The bulk of their offense, Ernie, Kenny, has come in the paint.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Steph Curry's out there with the dude. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Barry. And it's Russell in at the 4 slot. For Phoenix, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Intercepted. Here's Sprewell. And Curry has it in the corner. Wide open look. They grab their own miss. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 15 points for Steph Curry.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Score that one for him, his 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
A turnover at one end and bang, a bucket at the other. There have been a few of those quick turnarounds here today.
It's really impossible to play good defense when you're scrambling after the miscues.
Barry the pass to Curry. Here's Chamberlain. Misses off the left iron. Phoenix trails by 17. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles. Yeah, how about
Hey, boy, up, phone up, land till I die, till I die, on the east side till I die, till I die, rocking that wine and gold till I die, till I die, in the hood I'm good till I die, CLE till I die, everywhere I go putting on, putting on, putting on, everywhere I go putting on, putting on, putting on, everywhere I go putting on. Putting on, putting on. Everywhere I go, putting on. Putting on. What you want? Step up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq.
Being on some chill.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on her sideline. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors in their last game a loss to Portland.
And really had just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the level.
And now the Golden State Warriors starter. Chamberlain is out there with Russell. That's the dude. Then there's Barrett. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
Robinson hits them both.
And for Steph Curry, the light doesn't get any greater. I mean, the only limit is his conscience. I think he does a great job of scoring, but also looking to keep his teammates engaged.
Robinson for three. Help the bucket. Robinson's got 5.
Good open look, and he flashes home the 3.
Curry passes the screen.
I got 40 in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make
The 17-footer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I mean, we can really get it.
When you think back when Curry came into the league, the question was, is he just a scorer? Or can he play point guard? Well, I think he's more than answered those concerns, and he's gotten a lot better with his decision-making as he's now starting to limit his turnovers.
Here's Curry. David Robinson making his last shot. Russell sets a screen for Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Barry. And again, no good by Golden State.
You're not going to see that very often. Let's face it, he whiffs on it.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Real quick. Whole squad on that real quick. 0 to 100. Real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100. Real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real.
Curry with the steal.
Real quick. Real quick. Real quick.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And he gets the bucket.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Great to hear from you, Doris. And they will call over the back on the play.
A bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
The chosen one passes to Duncan. Leans from outside. They get it back. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Being humble don't work as well as seeing the well. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015
Those putback jams sting, don't they, Michael?
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and they can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Phoenix leading by 3. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed their part. The best team in the league all year. They finished the job beating the Cavs in the final.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Ginobili the pass to the chosen one. Ginobili outside. Chamberlain against Robinson. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Russell. To the middle from 10 feet out, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Russell's got his first 2 points of the night. Duncan outside. And stolen by Chamberlain. Here's Sprewell. Phoenix grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL. Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. That goes not just for the NBA, but any sports. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Kawhi Leonard, who's checked in for Duncan. Gervin comes in for Elliott. And Tony Parker subbed in for the chosen one. Here is Robinson. The Warriors making the shot. On the topic of Ginobili, he's the guy who, when things aren't going well for your team, takes things into his own hands. He takes over, tries to coordinate. His will to win is, as Greg Popovich will tell you, out of this world.
I mean, you know, he's not just physically tough, but as mentally tough as anybody, arguably, who's ever played the game. What a big-time performer and a big shot maker.
Robinson, that's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Thurman. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
That's a 2 from Parker. Misses off the right iron.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Phoenix making some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Robinson. Elliott comes in for Leonard. And it's Robertson in for Manu Ginobili. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Russell. Mullen comes in for Barry. And it's Klay Thompson in for the Dude. Here's Elliott. Here's Gervin. Tries again, and it's good on the layup.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Robertson kicks to Duncan. Parker outside. Back to Duncan. Pass to Elliott. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Mark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now, here's Mullen. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Elliott. That's good. And Robertson with the assist.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry's shot is good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Phoenix trails by 12. Here's Gervin. Offensive rebound. Out to Duncan. Robertson outside. It's Gervin on the wing. Over Thompson. And that one's good. Gervin. Gervin's got his second bucket of the night. Outside Curry. Here's Mullen. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game. Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with it. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
The chosen one out there is Robertson. Then there's Gervin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's the chosen one. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And so it's Golden State with it. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Curry gets the bucket. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
They get it back. Here's Leonard, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Leonard's got his first points of the night. Warriors leading by 15.
You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with a break like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears, and a bunk bed. Beers, no, they upset. They level with your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Russell. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and noodles.
Take a break.
Saying this ain't what they pay me to do.
2 shots.
I don't think you're trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich.
And the first one drops.
Take a look at what the dude's done. He has 8 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
And so he hits both. Here's Johnson. Outside Leonard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Left side Curry. With some arc. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Now here's Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. 13 points for Robinson.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. He needed to fight through screens and attack the rim. And he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Here's Freewell, 11 points in the game. But they get it back. Chamberlain. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night on the Wayne Johnson. And the wide open shot from Ginobili, and it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 15. Sprewell, the pass to Curry. From deep, he's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Now here's Ginobili. Defense is right there. Kicks it to Leonard. The chosen one passes to Ginobili. Second chance shot. Chamberlain with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now the pass to Sprewell. Back to Curry. To the inside. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Your job, little man, this ain't Saturday. We in 2 different lanes, you can't navigate. We in 2 different games, you playing patty cake. Brother, you lame, run a mile a minute, the sky's the limit. I'm so high, I'm diving in it, my ride just tinted.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, each of these squads made a commitment to improving their shooting percentage. So that's a matter of concentration on the kinds of shots you get, and they had outstanding results. They're both hoping for even better things this year.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Robinson. Elliott comes in for the chosen one. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Johnson. Different look here for the Warriors. The greats checked in for Chamberlain. Draymond Green.
It ain't over.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Precious few games left before playoff time as the all-important playoff seeding starts to solidify. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Phoenix Suns. And guys, for the Suns, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie? Back in the day, everyone tried to play a full 82. Even if you had a sprained finger or a head cold, you're like, forget that, I'm playing. But my advice, if you have a shot at home court, you go for it.
You would play with a head cold?
Oh, my gosh.
I never got a head cold.
You're a warrior.
I always played with a head because I was cold.
Oh, nice.
Kevin Harlan ailing with a hangnail, but he's still here to make the call.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Last outing for Phoenix, they won that game against the Dallas Mavericks.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? No doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. We've got Stoudemire. Jordan is out there with Nash. Then there's Marion. And it's Ewing in at the center, locking down the middle. That'll be a 5-second call.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors.
Here's Jordan. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night. On defense, Phoenix, 4-point game. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. Several trips to the finals. You know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Here's Parker following the basket by Michael Jordan. Robinson misses. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah,
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Fades and shoots. And the shot falls short this time.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And now it's a double-digit lead. Marion's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And, guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Gervin's checked in for Phoenix. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Outside Leonard. The dish to Robinson. To the wing on the left. There's Parker with the three. Phoenix no good that time either. And here's Phoenix. They've scored 10 straight.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Here's Nash. David Robinson making his last shot. And Stoudemire with the basket on the assist from Michael Jordan. And that's now 6 points for Stoudemire. Parker with a clean look. Drills it from outside.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Nash with it. Robinson picks him up. Double team on Ewing. Stoudemire. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Nash following the score by Tony Parker. And the dunk by Jordan.
Stacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Leonard dishes to Robinson. Duncan kicks to Parker. No good on the triple. Suns leading by 9. Feeds it to Marion. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Phoenix calls timeout.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Elliott's checked in for Leonard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Parker. They get the rebound. Robinson. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Phoenix trails by 9. Pass to Elliott. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's Gervin. Nails the baby hook. Gervin's got his first points of the game.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
So for the Suns, Barkley comes in for Patrick Ewing. And it's Ginobili in for Sean Marion.
What that even mean, though?
Ginobili gets a wide open look. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Suns leading by 7. Barkley outside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Suns, number one.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The kid, he's checked in for Nash. Good on both. Phoenix calls timeout. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Phoenix with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Robinson goes in. Wasted no time on that one. Robinson's got 6.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Kidd kicks to Jordan. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Barkley throws it down hard.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Top of the key. No good. And Phoenix will come the other way. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. No coverage that time. And that's now 8 points for Michael Jordan. Phoenix trails by 11. Gervin outside. And there's the pass to Robinson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Parker's shot is off.
No breathing room at all to take that.
Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage. Both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Hill with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Dallas Mavericks.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Stoudemire out there with Ewing. Then it's Nash. Then there's Marion. And it's Jordan in at the 2.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. From 11 feet away, nice touch on the back shot.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon. And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assists and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Here's Ewing, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Now, here's Jordan. 11-point game his last outing. Got that one up quick. Nash has got his first bucket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Elliott. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Marion. The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. It's Nash with the drive. Duncan with the block. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
On defense, Phoenix. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation. And they paid a big price for it.
That drops.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Ewing. Rebounded by Elliott.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
And so here's Phoenix.
He was doing some major skywalking right there.
Was that flight cleared for landing? Did they get the clearance?
I didn't think he was ever coming down.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Jordan with the bucket.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Here's Elliott. It's hauled in by the Suns. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season. Nash against Parker. A nice shot by Nash. Nash has got his second basket of the game.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
That's a 2 from Parker. Parker with another miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Down low, here's Ewing. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. The drive by Jordan, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Nash kicks to Stoudemire, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Some changes for Phoenix. Gervin comes in for Robinson. And it's Bogues in for the chosen one. And for the Suns, Barkley comes in for Patrick Ewing. And it's Ginobili in for Sean Marion. Phoenix trails by 10. Pass to Elliott. Gervin outside. And shot on the way. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. On offense, here are the Suns. Nash kicks to Ginobili. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Ginobili's got his first basket of the night.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Elliott misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Barkley goes in from 13. Here's Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Phoenix.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Hawkins checked in for Phoenix. The kid comes in for Nash. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake, and with this floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
All right, Doris.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And both free throws good for Gervin.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Barkley outside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Rejected by Ginobili. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. Stolen by Ginobili. Here we go, all alone. That's good from Kidd, the assist by Hawkins. Kidd's got his first basket.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too. What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
That's good. And it's 7 points for Ginobili.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now Bose. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Sut. And the ageless one, Tim Duncan, just a remarkable career. His teammate Tony Parker talked about playing along.